65, 70.
Haven't you finished counting that money yet, Burke?
Not yet.
Fort Knox. On with your work, Burke.
Thank you, Max.
Hello, Carol.
60, 65, 70. I keep going wrong.
That's because you was naughty and trying to look down Carol's dress.
No, I wasn't. How much is there supposed to be, Rex?
£5,000, Burke.
5,000, Burke. Just imagine if you had that sort of money. No more empty yearnings. All that could be yours.
Still, what on earth are you talking about, Harry?
Well, didn't you see the way he was looking at Carol? Like a child outside a sweet shop, without even the price of a toffee apple.
Any woman would have to like me for myself and not for my money, Harry.
You mean she'd have a choice?
She'd have to find me attractive.
You would be attractive. With £5,000, you could have your nose done.
I don't want... Don't want the nose. There's nothing wrong with my nose.
Of course not, Burke.
No.
Not from the front, anyway.
Take no notice of him, Burke. Love's not like that.
Oh, look out, here he comes, Marjorie Proops.
Somewhere there's bound to be a girl for you, Burke. I mean, destiny's already weaving its thread. I mean, drawing you closer together. She may not even be aware of you, Burke, but she's out there waiting for you.
Well, I hope she's not waiting more than 5 miles away. You can't afford the petrol.
One of these days, Burke, your eyes will meet across a crowded room.
Yeah, probably the Social Security.
Yes. And without a word being spoken, two hearts beating as one, hand in hand, we'll set off walking down life's highway.
See what I mean? He's already doing without a car. I've never heard so much rubbish, Burke.
All right, Harry, leave that money alone. Now, come on, Burke, get it bundled up. We've already missed the banking. We'll have to put it in the night safe.
Well, why can't the cashiers do it? It's their job.
Well, it's the end of the month. There's a lot more money than usual, and it's all been put upon Mr. Fletcher. Now, he's looking for a man of reliability and integrity, a man he can depend on.
Oh, I didn't know that, Rex.
Besides, the cashiers are frightened of getting mugged.
Yeah. Hey, suppose I get mugged.
Oh, don't let him worry you, Burke. I'll escort you.
Oh, look at John Wayne there, the ultimate deterrent.
Take no notice of him, Burke. At least we've put up a better show than the cashiers.
Oh, did you hear that, Burke? A better show than the cashiers. He'll want you to have a go, you know. He's always wanted the Empire Medal.
I don't think I want to go, but my Veruca's coming up.
Oh, no, come on, Burke. I'll tell you what, Burke, I'll let you change your library books.
I don't know, Rex.
Oh, come on, stop twitching, Burke. You ought to be flattered that Mr. Fletcher's got such faith in you. After all, there is an awful lot of money.
Yes. I'm surprised, really, choosing you two on the money they pay here. It's like putting a banquet between two starving men.
What are you suggesting, Harry?
Oh, look. Just imagine. Imagine if all that was yours. What would you do with it, eh?
Oh, yeah, just imagine, eh? Yeah. I wouldn't have to take any more orders from him, you know, I could get out of this rat race. All I ever wanted was a few lobster pots down in Dorset, you know. No, but I tell a few people some home truths, I can tell you that. Yes, you can do that when you've got money, you know. Oh, lovely money. Do you know what I'd do, Harry? I'd go in there, I'd grab hold of him and I'd say, oh, hello, Mr. Fletcher.
What are you doing with that money, Ray?
Just counting it, yeah?
It looks to me as though you are fondling it. Get it in the night safe. That's if you can bear to be parted from it.
Sorry.
We can't leave it lying around there. There's been a lot of robberies recently, and the cashiers thought they were being followed the other day.
Ooh.
What's the matter with you, Burke?
Nothing, Mr. Fletcher.
Well, pull yourself together and put the money in that bag.
Yes, Mr. What's this chain for?
Well, you attach that to your wrist, and then you lock it.
Why do I do that, Mr. Fletcher?
Well, if they try to snatch the bag, then you're on the other end.
No, I'm not. I'm not running at 60 miles an hour after a getaway car.
Now, don't worry. This bag also contains a very powerful warning siren.
Ooh.
At least it'll drown your screams, Burke.
It also will start to smoke.
Won't be the only one.
Good heavens, Burke, you're not afraid, are you?
Yes, Mr. Fletcher.
Well, nothing will happen. It's a deterrent. When they find they've got to take you as well as the money, they won't bother, Burke.
I'd as soon not take any chances with my hands, Mr. Fletcher.
Why not?
I'm learning to type.
Harry, what about you? Where's that Elizabethan spirit?
Oh, I'm sorry, JF, but I'm very busy, sir.
I've never seen such craven timidity. I don't know what's Mr. Fletcher, I must think. I mean, after all, there's no danger.
I'm glad you think that, Rex.
What?
You don't mind, Rex?
Not at all.
Splendid. Now, Burke, as escort, you will keep the key. We don't want Rex spending the night at the bank, do we? Off you go. Sooner that money gets in the night safe, the better. Take care. Wonder if I know the right thing. couldn't help noticing Rex's face when he was handling that money. Strangely distorted, almost fiendish.
Well, money does have that effect on some people, Jeff.
Yes, I remember when he won the raffle. His veins standing out on his forehead. It's not a pretty sight.
Not a pretty sight.
B, C.
Oh, come on, Burke. We're supposed to be at the bank, not changing library books. Look, I can't stand round here with £5,000 chained to me wrist.
I'm looking for a book on self-defense.
It's a bit late now, Burke. You can't turn to page 93 in the middle of a karate attack and look for the count of the fingers in the eyeball. You'd do better to find something on first aid. What to do in the event of a compound fracture.
Just a minute. I'll go and look in the sporting section.
Well, while you're at it, you better get me a book on sprinting.
You're not taking bets, are you?
Oh, certainly not.
Only we do get all sorts of people coming in here when it's cold.
Look, I'm not all sorts of people. I'm just waiting for a friend.
But please remember this is the library, and don't disturb the other people. Why don't you go in the museum and look at the steam engine?
I don't want to look at the steam engine. Look, I can't read, you know. You just haven't got any decent books.
Keep your voice down. Remember, we must have silence.
You can come in, Rex. There's nobody in here.
Are you sure you can't find that key, Burke?
No. It must have fallen out during the struggle.
Well, I'm not going back there. They're still trying to get the kinks out the librarian. All I can say is thank God we didn't get the smoke.
Oh, there's another key at the bank.
Well, that's no good, Burke. It's closed. Oh, thank God Mr. Fletcher's gone. You know what he's like about cash security.
Yes. You better not let anybody see you with that, just to be on the safe side.
Well, they're bound to. What do you want me to do, wear a muff?
You better put your coat over it. We can get the key in the morning.
In the morning? I'm supposed to be playing badminton tonight. You could just save yourself going off on a high smash with this on my wrist.
Take it home and put butter on your wrist. That should do it.
What a good idea, Burke.
Yes, you can depend on me. Quick, Carol's coming.
What was Rex doing with the bag?
What?
I thought he was supposed to put it in the night safe.
Oh, no. That wasn't the bag. It was another bag.
What other bag?
For his boots.
What?
You look thoughtful, Carol.
I've just been talking to Burke.
Don't make anyone look thoughtful.
You saw Rex with a cash bag.
No, that'll be in the night safe. Don't you expect Rex to be dashing off with £5,000, do you?
No, of course
No,
not.
of course not. Come on, then.
Good night, you two.
He was carrying something.
Yes, and acting very strangely.
Still, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Yes, come on. There you are.
Where's the butter?
On the kitchen table. What on earth have you got there?
Just hold your breath, Susan. You are now looking at £5,000.
Well, what are you doing with it?
Well, what do you think? The temptation was too great. Quiet, unassuming Rex Mason, a pillar of the church and blood donor, set off for the bank with £5,000. Has not been seen since. When last seen, his wife said...
Oh, don't be daft. We can't keep it here. We're only insured for £25.
Yeah, you know my strange feeling for money. I couldn't let go of it.
What do you mean?
Susan, I had to bring it home because it's chained to me wrist and Burke's lost the key.
What? You could have been followed. You know we've had break-ins on the road, but they got away with £50 from the people opposite.
£50? They had £50. I'm not surprised they're the only ones with bowls of fruit on the windowsill. Well, don't worry, they won't come here. Peeling woodwork, garden full of rusty bicycles. Crooks hide stuff in places like this, not steal from them.
Oh, it's not funny, Rex.
Yes, you're telling me. I mean, it's not going to come off.
Oh.
And I've nearly used £500 of New Zealand. I mean, what about my badminton?
Perhaps we can go to Mother. She's been asking us to supper for ages.
Like this? I have enough trouble lifting your mother's pastry as it is. Oh, don't worry, Susan. The money's safe enough. I mean, look at this chain. Reinforced steel. They never get through that.
I remember reading about a diplomatic courier had one of those. They couldn't get it off no matter how hard they tried. Had to give up in the end.
Yeah, well, there you are then. What happened?
They cut his hand off.
Oh, God. I wish my sleeves were wider. Yes. Come away from that door, Susan.
I thought I heard a noise.
Oh, you've been hearing noises all night. I mean, you've left the radio on and the lights blazing away.
I want them to think we're still about.
It might have been cheaper to let them have the money.
I heard it again. I know there's someone down there. The trouble is we got nothing to hit them with. Oh, it's times like this I wish we'd never thrown the poker out. I wish we had a dog.
The people across the road had a dog, and look what happened. It slept all through the robbery and then attacked the police dog. Oh, my God.
Should we throw something down the stairs?
What do you suggest, the bed?
It's a good job you've got your shotgun, Rex. What a good thing you keep it under the bed. And loaded. Just shoot to wound.
All right, Susan. I'll go down. Well, are you satisfied, Susan?
Rex! Oh, come away.
No, Susan, no. This is my house. We're double glazing! What are you doing here?
I've come to protect you.
Oh, God, now all we need is someone to protect us from you.
Stop, Mr. Fletcher.
I just thought you'd sit for a while. The driving can be very tiring.
But we've only come half a mile.
I know, it's a long time. This field's full of potholes.
Yes. Well, I do appreciate you picking me up from dressmaking, but I really must get home.
It's no trouble, Carol. You really must learn to relax. And that's the joy of this car. Leather upholstery. It's full of mod cons. Walnut fascia. Reclining seats.
Mr. Fletcher, what are you doing?
I'm just showing you one or two features. I've rediscovered the joys of motoring in this car, Carol.
Yes, Mr. Fletcher, but
You really must learn to unwind, Carol.
I can't. I'm caught up in the seatbelt.
Well, you must be more like me. Relax, enjoy yourself. At my back, I always hear Time's winged chariot hurrying near.
No, I think it's a police car.
What? Oh, no. What if they shine their torches in? There's 20 years of community service up the spout.
Oh, I shouldn't worry, dear. They can't see and the windows are all misted up.
Well, that's even worse. They search the area for misted windows. They probably think there's heavy breathing going on.
It's all right. They've gone now.
Really, Carol, you do get into a state. A little bit more like me. Relaxed. Philosophical.
Don't you worry about work anymore, dear.
No, why should I? I've got that office running like a Swiss clock these days. Have a wine gum.
Thank you.
Yes, even the banking has gone very smoothly.
Yes, I was wondering about that. Why did Rex bring the cash back?
What? No, you must be mistaken. He took it to the night safe.
No, I'm sure he brought it back. Perhaps he put it in the office safe.
We had strict instructions to put it in the night safe. I must get back to that office. I see that money. Oh! Go on, these damn foreign cars.
Thank you.
I'm sure this arm's getting longer than the other one.
Don't you think you're taking your duties just a little bit too seriously?
I couldn't sleep, Mrs. Mason. I kept thinking about all that money. I am responsible. I was the escort. I thought I'd come and protect you from intruders.
That's not the reason, is it, Burke? He thinks we're another Bonnie and Clyde. He thinks I'm going to be nipping off with the money.
No, I don't. Where are you going?
Back to bed, I'm tired.
I don't know where you can sleep, Burke. I would have put you in with Tim, but he might attack you with his joinery kit.
That's all right, Mrs. Mason. I shall rest on the sofa, but I shan't be sleeping. I'll be more like a coiled spring.
Good night, Burke.
Good night, Mrs. Mason. You needn't worry any more. You're in quite safe hands now. Oh, sorry.
I feel safer now.
What? You must be joking. You don't know Burke. He'd probably set fire to the house.
I can't sleep.
No, neither can I.
I don't know if it's all the excitement, Rex, but I feel romantic. I feel romantic. Do you feel romantic?
Just put a bag on me wrist.
I'm not going to let that worry you.
You certainly pick your moments.
Oh, that's right. Make excuses. I can remember that. I can remember the time when that bag was just another hurdle. I remember you followed me all the way down the high street with your leg in a plaster cast.
Yes, well, I was younger then, Susan.
Stood in the pouring rain just to catch a glimpse of my bust.
Well, I remember that. Number 22.
31.
What do you mean I spent all that time looking at the wrong bus? Of course I do. Oh, Susan. I can't switch it up.
I wouldn't bother, Mr. Fletcher. We've already looked in there. What? Who are you? How do you know my name? Oh, we make it our business to know. It's what we call market research.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, neither do we. We was waiting outside the bank and nobody came.
Do you think it's very cold waiting around here?
Bitter.
Do you think you get very keyed up?
What?
Waiting to pounce?
Yes.
Are you criminals?
That's right.
We don't look like criminals.
Oh, we don't wear striped jerseys anymore, Mr. Fletcher.
We're wasting time. Where's the cash?
I don't know.
You better tell us, Mr. Fletcher.
We have ways of finding out.
What do you mean, ways? You haven't got Mrs. Fletcher, have you? Oh, I can see you haven't got unmarked.
Look, we know you've got the money.
Yes, £5,000. We heard this little fella talking about it in the pub.
Rex, the blabbermouth.
Come on, Mr. Fletcher, where is it?
Oh, please, no violence. I can't stand pain. I'm a sick man. See the colour of my eyes? They're brown. Brown-eyed people are more susceptible to pain. It's a medical fact.
Then you better tell us where the money is.
Well, there's going to be an accident.
An accident?
Like with the office equipment. Like with the stapler. You ever been stapled, Mr. Fletcher?
Perforated. We could turn you into confetti.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, this is going to hurt you more than it'll hurt us.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Well, this is it then. Remember, when a man's in this situation, he has nothing to lose. He finds things out about himself he didn't know he was capable of. He finds his true character. Mason's got the money.
What's he doing with it?
I don't know, he's just taken it.
You mean he's a crook? You can't trust nobody these days.
Well, we just have to find him.
And point out the error of his ways.
Well, I can tell you where he lives. I don't have to go, do I?
Oh, we never find him without you, Mr. Fletcher.
Well, I can lend you an A to Z. Oh, well, if
Just look at him. The coiled spring. It's more like the Sleeping Beauty.
Hello, Susan. Can I see Rex?
Yes, come here. Rex, Harry's come to see us.
Oh, hello, Harry.
I'll make a cup of tea.
Yeah, what are you doing around here this time of night?
I was just taking Jason for a walk, saw the lights on, lot of activity. Looks as if you're going somewhere. Don't do it, Rex.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I know when you're trying to hide something from
Hide
me.
something?
Sit down. Sit! I know the effect money can have on you, Rex. I remember when you were a child. You had the biggest piggy bank on the road.
Now, look.
Please, While we were out playing, you stopped at home, counted your money.
No, I didn't.
Rex, I know times are hard, inflation at 20%, but this isn't the way.
Now, look here.
Do you want to end up in the exercise yard at Parker's, talking out the side of your mouth? Rex, you have been a pillar of the community. You've taken the church collection for 20 years and never a penny short. Do you want to lose all that?
Now, look, will you belt up for a minute, Harry? I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong.
Rex, you cannot fool me. We've been mates too long.
Oh, no, not that.
Rex, see what it's doing to you. I mean, look, you can't bear to let go of it for a minute.
I can't bear to let go of it because it's chained to me wrist, and Rip Van Winkle here has lost the key.
What? You wait till Fletcher finds out. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Yeah, so much for lifelong friendship. Who's that?
It's Fletcher.
Oh, my God, what am I going to do, Harry?
You could hide that bag for a
Well,
start.
how?
Come here.
What?
Aim it in there. I can't stand here like this. You've got to.
Rex. I think you know why I've come.
No, Mr. Fletcher.
I've come for the money, Rex.
Oh, not you as well, JF. I mean, 25 years of faithful service. Oh, that hurts, JF.
Just do as he says and hand it over.
Who are these gentlemen?
Friends of mine.
Policemen.
Friends of mine who happen to be policemen.
They don't look like policemen. Have they got any identification?
We don't need any identification.
Just hand it over, Rex. You're putting my treatment back 3 years.
Well, do you know the regulations, Chef? I cannot hand over any money unless there's some form of identification. They could be crooks.
Crooks, what an idea.
Hand it over. Here it is. We've got it.
Come on,
Now, Jason,
Let's go.
Where's the key?
I've lost it. You don't go to bed like this every night, do you?
Well, in that case, we'll have to get him in a vice.
I haven't got a vice.
What about an hammer and chisel?
Haven't got one.
He's not a handyman.
There's only one thing for it. He'll have to come with us.
excuse me, will you leave my mate alone?
Here, just you keep out of this.
Don't you touch me. This dog is vicious. You lay a hand on me and you'll have it off. Take down, Jason. Now see what you've done. You're upsetting me.
Mind you, you're coming with us.
Don't keep out of this, Susan. Oh, would you stop it? I feel like a wishbone.
You were terrific. I didn't know you could handle yourself like that.
Susan, you were magnificent.
I learned it in the January service.
Well, head office is going to hear about this. I knew we could do it. I was proud
you were
of
a
us.
tower of strength, Jane.
Oh, you thought so?
Oh, yes.
You saw how I was jostling over there.
I think I'd better ring the police.
Yes, of course, Susan.
Oh, sorry about that. Never mind, you'll be able to get the key from the bank in the morning.
And what about tonight?
Oh, don't worry, JF, I'll get you an escort. Come on, Burke.
It's all right. I'm ready for it.
It's Mr. Fletcher's got the bag now. You'll have to protect him.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Fletcher. You'll be quite safe with me.
Rex, I won't forget.
Take care, JF.
Jason, keep it in the dog, Jason.